Okay, here I wanted to show you guys, this is the Chicago hardy that got the ambrosial beetle, and I was telling you about how it can get the disease from it entering into the tree. Anyhow, I decided I'm going to plant it here. I'm going to cut it off and let it come up. If it deteriorates or anything, it's not a big loss. This is in an area where I usually have all my elderberries, and I just wanted to show you where I was going to put it. So here it is. I'll be cutting it off and just letting it come up from the rootstock, and hopefully I hopefully killed whatever disease was in there when I was also spraying as well. But this way I can utilize the pot for something else. I mentioned that as well in another video, not beetle. Anyhow, so I just wanted to show you this. It was a pretty big hole. I don't know how many gallons it was on the bottom of the pot. It didn't say, but I'm thinking it's around a 35 gallon, 40 gallon, no, maybe 25, 30 gallon. Anyway, it was a big pot. So I'll be reutilizing that pot for something else. So let's hope that this will produce. It is getting like, this way is facing west, and it will get, in the summertime, full sun. So the sun will be like right above me. Right now this is east, and of course then this is south. So this tree here will block a little bit probably during part of the summer, but mostly it'll get a lot. So anyhow, this is a test run just to see how well this tree will do. So we will find out in the spring together what is going to happen with this fig tree and if it will produce. I am going to put some leaf litter on top as well. I have a whole bunch over on the side here. So let's get this tree chopped down and continue the process of getting this ready for overwintering. There it is, chopped off. So now we will cover this up and let's hope for the best. That it will, I left a couple of nodes, 3 nodes. Let's hope that the disease and that's in here, this is where it might be. We're not sure, but we'll see what happens. But now we'll burn this just in case. Look what we found in the fire pit, a pheasant. Something took the neck off, I think, I don't see a head, and buried it right in here. Just pulled it out. I saw some pheasant feathers. So I don't know, coyote or a coyote, or what is the other thing that goes around here? Oh, a red fox? But look at that. Oh my goodness, it's a ladybug in it. Ooh, there's his butt. I just...
There you go.
Can't believe it. Anyway. I don't know what to do with it now. Throw it out back, I suppose. I don't think I want to cook it.
Probably not.
So, hi there everybody. It's another day. The last time I showed you, I planted a Chicago hardy out there. And it had the ambrosial beetle. So we're going to see what happens with the rootstock. That is cut over there. We'll see how that goes. And then the tree that was sitting here, which I think is a brown turkey, Texas everbearing, that one was in the big pot, which is right here. And I am going to be putting that down in this big hole that I just dug. I had another pot just like it, so I used it as a gauge. So I put biotone down in there. And now I'm going to get this puppy out of here. If I can't, I'll have to have Steve help me when he gets back. And then I will be cutting it about 5 nodes up. It's really good. You can see the nodes on here really well. And that will shoot out the fruiting part that I will have for next summer. So I'm going to try this. A friend of mine has done this, and he had 200 figs come off of his tree. So I'm hoping for the same results, but I'm going to take you through the steps. This is just the first step, and I'll show you what happens after I get this in the hole and etc. Okay, so I got the pot stuck here so that I can pull on this, and it's starting to come, but my God, it weighs a lot. So I'm going to keep tugging at this and seeing if I can get it in. I didn't cut it just so I would have that pulling mechanism. So anyhow, you know, earlier in this year I hurt my arm, so I don't have the strength like I used to. So anyway, I'm going to keep trying to get this pulled out and into that big hole. Wish me luck. Okay, so now the fig tree is planted. I filled it in, fertilized it, put some nice soil on top of where the little roots were. And now I made my cage here, and I'm going to put that around it. I can't get it over it, so I have to cut this down. So I'm going to cut it down to the 5 nodes. And then I'm going to put this cage over it to hold mulch with either you can use mothballs or you can use some mint or something. And then leaves. And so this cage will be all full of leaves around this particular fig tree. So we're going to give this another whirl. I have to go and do an errand, so I'm going to come back and start this part of the project. Here is the pot that this fig tree came out of, and as you can see, it did a lot of nice growing. This is the fig tree that was Frank's, and it was about double the height of this and 2 years ago, and I cut it down before I put it away last year for winter, and I cut it here and here and here, and it grew all these nice new branching. But I have decided to try this in the ground. So now what I'm going to do is take my saw here, and I'm going to cut these down to a certain amount of nodes that are on the fig tree, and this will be protected by this cage, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that after I cut this down. So I'm going to cut this one right here and get rid of these 2. So I'm going to make a cut here, and then this one here I'm going to cut right in here. So I'm going to do this on the other side because I'm right-handed, and I got to move this cage that I made. So this will hold the leaves in place. Let me set this over here. Okay, this is going to be a little bit of sawing, I got a feeling. So here we go. If I could have kept this in the pot and then waited till next spring, allowed the whole tree to make fruit, and then I could have pruned it back right here. Or you could do an air layering here and then use this as one, but I wanted to make more room in my garage, so this is why I'm doing it this way. And I have so many more fig trees still, which you will see with the fig migration. But anyhow, it's kind of sad to see it go. It is a really good tree, really good produce. So anyhow, here we go. I'm going to give this a whirl. Now that one went through. This is going pretty good. I'm going to slow down so I get a nice clean cut. There, nice clean cut. So there's one. Now this one is quite bleeding quite a bit. It was dormant, so let's get in here and get cutting this. This is right above a node. This one's a little bit more work cutting it out. There. Otherwise, you could use a chainsaw, but I wanted a nice clean cut. So there you go. So now I can get that cage around it. I couldn't get it around it before either. So now I'm going to clean this with alcohol, the blade, when I get up there. Sometimes I clean it before I use it too, because I can't remember if I did it or not, so I do it prior and after. Okay, let's get rid of this. Look how big that is. Nice and thick. The thicker the bark on here, like it's this nice coloring, the better it is. It's going to chance to survive the winter here. So, and thicker. This is really nice and thick. So we will see. Here, set those to the side. Now the next step is get my cage around it. So this is gonna hold the leaves in place to help this fig tree to do well. You know what I should do too is maybe I'll put some of this watering system down as well before I do this. I'll do it in the spring. I have my watering system here. I do have a video on this just explaining the parts, and it's just so helpful. It's a little bit of money if you do a large, but if you don't have a large garden and you just, you know, you need to go away on vacation or any of those things, you know, it makes it really easy. So I'm going to set this here. I have some clips here just to kind of keep it out of my way, and so it's not sitting on there all winter. And I will just put this like this for now. Then in the spring, when I uncover it, I will put it around the base. And there, that's nice. That's about the size of the bucket that was there. So this here was how big of a container I had. So now I am going to get some of my yummy mint that I have in my garden, and I'm going to put it here because mint is a natural deterrent to mice, but you can use mothballs if you prefer. If I have a problem this year, I might go ahead and try the mothballs, but I hate mothballs. So I'm going to try that instead. So I shall be back with some of my mint that I have growing over there. Okay, so here I got my leaf mulch. Now, I'm going to put this on top now, and I need to fill this. So I'll probably have to go and get some more. Okay, well, I guess I have to get a little bit more, but it's looking mighty nice and cozy. So we will, I guess I'll get another part of a wheelbarrow for this. So here I am with my second load. That made that really nice. Nice and full. And I think I'm going to take these stakes and see if I can just secure one of these so this doesn't fly away in the wind. I'll put a couple of these in just to make sure if something hits it or whatever, that it's not going to go anywhere. So, oops, must be hitting something. There we go. There. So I think that'll just keep this from flying away. I don't think it'll fly away, but if a dog hits it, it'll keep it in place. So there, my fig tree has been put to sleep in it's a little cozy little coverings. So anyway, that one is done. Now I got to do the other one out back. So I guess I'll take you out there and show you that real quick. Okay, this is my other section, a pile. This is my other fig tree. This is the one that had the ambrosio beetle. And I just kind of quick threw this on top. I'm gonna get rid of this. Whoops. Oh my, I made a bit of a mess here. Trying to get this. There. I put these logs around here because this is outside of our fence. And there's my stick, and He's looking a little sad looking actually. Put my leaf refuge in there. Oops, that was a miss. I'm gonna put the bark down here first. Well, we'll put a little bit of mint at the very bottom. And then the mulch. Now I'm doing this also at a time when our temperatures are supposed to really start dropping. So I've been told you don't want to do this until that time comes. So we're now going to be like 50s and 30s. And then in another, I think 5 days, we're supposed to be like 40s, maybe 50s, and then down to the 30s. So I'm hoping this is a good time to do this. That's what I'm assuming. So I'm gonna put the mulch down. Big layer mulch. Get in there. Put a half bag and I'm gonna level it. I guess the cedar would be a good thing too, because cedar mulch deters mice as well and insects. So there we go. Give it a nice little cozy home. I'll push that in a little bit just so it stays firm around the edges. And so this one I probably shouldn't have cut so low, but I didn't know at the time. And then I got more of my mint that I will put in here to deter those mice. And now I got to fill this up with leaves. So, and I've just put these around here because I have deer, and the deer love to play with things. So I did put one stick in here to try to keep this in place. So anyway, let's fill this with leaf stuff. I don't have a whole lot left, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have to wait until I do some more leaf pickup in my yard, which I don't have a whole lot more to do. So I will put a little layer in here for now, and then I'll get more later. So let me go get that. I don't know why I walked around that way. Okay, I didn't have much more leaf litter left, so I only had a little bit left. I didn't know I was going to be doing this, so maybe what I'll do is I'll see if my neighbors put leaves on the road, and I will grab some more, but this is all I got right now. So this is in it. I have more, but it's got a lot of grass in it, and I don't know if I want to use a lot of grass. I feel like this is all this grass, and I don't know if I want to put too much of that on there, because I think it's supposed to be like being fluffy, and I don't want it to compost too much over the winter. So anyhow, that is what I'm going to do for right now. Here's an up close a little bit. I had this leftover cattle panel that comes on a roll, and I just twisted it here so it wouldn't come apart. And I can't wait to see what this does next year. I hope it does well. If this does well, I could plant a couple more. This is all elderberries, and that's what I planned on because they like to spread. But this would be a great place. It does get a lot of sun, like I showed you before when I was cutting it down and planting it. And I can put another one right here eventually. This area is kind of dipping in, so we're trying to fill it in with some dirt when we get some dirt from a previous pile we made over here. Anyway, let's go see what Steve's doing. He's doing something over there on the greenhouse. I think he's putting up a light. So let's go see what he's up to. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what Steve's up to. Like I said, I think he's putting the light up. Yep.
Just finishing up.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, we had this up before, but then when we got the new roof on, it got taken off, so I was just putting it back up.
Yeah, you closed up all the windows too, didn't you?
The two top windows, yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah. And keep it nice and warm when we go in there for coffee during the winter.
No.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
We got it like 80, 90 degrees this past week in there still.
Yeah, I know. Really toasty.
Yeah, it's real nice.
Okay, well, let's see what else we got to do around here. But if not, I shall say goodbye to you all, and we'll see you in the next one.